0, 1. Let's get started.
All right, everybody, welcome to my motherfucking YouTube episode. I am Samantha Sphinx. Should I do it more proper? Welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Samantha Sphinx. Thank you for tuning in today. Please make sure you like and subscribe to the button down below. Hit the alarm bell so you get a notification. She's so fake. Who the fuck is this bitch? Who she be? Where's she at? What she do? I'm just gonna be motherfucking me. Because she is me. You know what's funny? Is sometimes I go back and I watch these videos and I'm like, who the fuck was that? Or sometimes I'll be watching it and in my mind, I feel like I'm acting like a certain persona or I'm doing a certain thing. But then when I watch the video, I'm like, I'm acting the exact same. I don't look any different. There's like no emotion in my face. I have a flat affect. Like, what the fuck am I doing? But at least I can acknowledge that. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay. Oh, shit. But for reals, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in today. And today I just want to talk more about a spiritual awakening and what it entails. Before I continue, I just want to say thank you to all of my subscribers. I have 757 subscribers on YouTube right now. 3 months ago, I had like 90 when I first started, and it was primarily people from my hometown or people who were my friends or people who were interested in me at the time. I have a feeling that some of those people are no longer my subscribers. But if you are still, thank you so much. And thank you to all of my new subscribers. Thank you to all of my future subscribers. Thank you to all of my past subscribers. Thank you to all of my subscribers in this moment who are liking and subscribing to my channel at this time. I am so grateful and I am so honored because I didn't think that I could get to 757, period. I thought I'd be lucky if I got to 200. And here I am, almost at 1,000. And I am happy about that. I do see the light. I see much more zeros, or I see many more zeros. It is coming. It takes time and it takes effort. And I am aware of that. And I am okay with that. Because with the research that I have done so far on the social media business, is it takes time. So I'm taking my time, I'm building my audience, and I'm growing. I'm growing as a person, I'm growing as a businesswoman, I'm growing as a soul. There are so many things happening in my life right now that all have to do with my spiritual awakening. And my spiritual awakening, I do believe, started 3 years ago. I think before that, I was already like tither-tabbing. Is that the word? Tither-tabbing? Tathing to the tither? Tither of the tath. Tit-tath. Anyways, my mom died 3 years ago. Before my mom died, my grandmother passed away 3 months before my mother's death. Okay, let's go back. My maternal grandmother died 3 months before my mom died, and my mom's death was unexpected. Prior to the death of my mother, I worked a fucking pandemic, okay? I was in the motherfucking pandemic. I was in the intensive care units trying to bring people back from the dead, trying to keep people alive, and trying to keep people stable as fuck so that they wouldn't fucking die on me. And it was a hard time working a pandemic. So let's be motherfucking real, okay? I'm a mom. I got 3 children. I am married. Was a critical care nurse. And then I worked a pandemic. My grandma died. My mom died. So you better fucking believe I spiraled. But everyone around me didn't realize how bad it actually was. People just assumed that I was strong, but they didn't actually know. And I think because they didn't know what was actually going on behind the scenes, they weren't aware of how sad I actually was. And a lot of people were under the impression that, you know, I was healing in a healthy way, or that I was grieving in a healthy way. And I had, I got myself put on antidepressants. I tried to go to therapy. I did the things that a person should do after they lose a parent, you would think, right? But I started taking my antidepressants. And at the beginning, I was following the rules. No alcohol. I was doing my gym thing and I looked great. I felt great. And then I was like, I'm going to start drinking alcohol. Now I feel okay. Started drinking alcohol with my antidepressants. And it just spun out of control. And before I got put on the antidepressants, I was smoking a lot of cannabis. And I was a gym junkie. I was obsessed with CrossFit. But after my mom died, I just stopped going to the gym. All motivation out the motherfucking window. I gained weight. I started smoking cannabis, gained even more weight. My self esteem went to shit. You know, I was a fucking mess. I was drinking myself to sleep. I just wasn't in a good place. A year and a half ago, I had this light bulb go off in my head. And once the light bulb went off, I was like, I need to do something different because I am aware of what I'm doing to my body. I am a critical care nurse. I am a critical care nurse. I was a critical care nurse. I still am a critical care nurse. I'm pretty sure I could still bring a bitch back from the dead. But anyways, so fucking stupid. Now I'm laughing at myself and I forgot what I was talking about. Oh, I'm a critical care nurse. I know the anatomy and physiology of the body, okay? I know what the fuck the lungs are for. I know what the fuck the heart does. I know the brain. I mean, I'm not a fucking doctor, but I know the way the body works. And deep down, I knew I was killing myself. Not literally, but, with day to day tasks, drinking 2 bottles of wine, taking the antidepressants, filtering it through my liver and my kidneys. And then I was gaining weight. I was gaining more adipose tissue. I was looking older. I started losing my hair. Like, I just looked like shit. And I would cover it up, but nobody fucking knew that. And when the light bulb went off, I was like, I need to do something different. Something is not working. And I found a book. Next thing I knew, I was doing meditation. Next thing I knew, I was fucking obsessed. I started doing meditation. I started doing yoga. And then I started creating. And within 3 to 4 months of creating, everything started falling into place for me. And I had this thought that I wanted to create a business, but I needed to find the money. So here I am searching for the money. This was about a year and a half ago, okay? Trying to find money to build a business. And then my brother calls me out of the blue saying he sold my mother's estate. So I used the money from my mother's estate to invest in a business, a home improvement business, because I want to be like fucking Joanna Gaines, okay? I fucking love Joanna Gaines, and I'm obsessed with Chelsea Huska from HGTV, and I want to be like all of them. Jenny Mars, I love them, okay? Windy City Rehab, I am obsessed with Home Garden TV, and I was at Home Goods every Tuesday. I was obsessed with home improvement and design. And I said, I want to flip a house. If they can do it, I can do it. Well, I prayed to God and I felt like this is my fucking time to shine. And you know what? We had put my mom's house on the market for a whole fucking year and it never sold. All of a sudden, my brother calls me, says, we're selling mom's house. In 2 days, the bitch sold. And I was like, okay, this is what I'm supposed to do. This is my change. This is the next step for me because I don't want to be a nurse anymore because nursing was killing me. Literally, every time I would go to work, it was drama, it was tension, it was anxiety, it was too much for me. It was adrenaline rush after adrenaline rush after adrenaline rush. And I just never had the time to shut my fucking brain off. I would go to sleep at night and I would hear the ventilators beeping in my head. I would dream about my patients. I would think about the things that I could have done to save someone, or things I forgot to do, or things I should have done throughout my day to have made my patient's experience a better one. It was too much for me. It was too much. That plus my depression, plus my children, plus my husband, plus life and finances, I couldn't fucking do it anymore. So I found a way out, or I thought I did. And my mom's house sold in 2 days. And I used the money from my mom's estate to buy my home improvement house and start my business. My family was not happy. No one was happy about the fact that I started a business. Everybody doubted me, including my husband. And everyone thought I was crazy for starting my own fucking business. I went in so fucking optimistic. I went in knowing that I would be successful. And I failed. 3 months into the reno, the contractor that I had hired disappeared. We paid him $80,000 and he never finished. And when I brought in other general contractors to look at the property, it was going to take anywhere from $50,000 to $100,000. Everybody told me to sell it. Everybody did. But I refused. I fucking refused. And I kept fighting and fighting for this motherfucking house. Okay? And I kept fighting for this house because I was attached to the home, because it was the home that I purchased with my mother's money. And I didn't want to lose it. I had already lost her, and now I'm going to lose the money that she left me? And so I cashed out my 401k trying to save this house. We sold our second car trying to save this house. And people didn't understand why I was doing what I was doing. And I had this idea in my mind that I would be successful. And once we ran out of money, I started looking for money online any way that I could. And I started signing up for contests. Next thing I knew, I'm getting social media attention because I was in the top 7 Forbes magazine for a $25,000 contest. And I'm like, okay, well, maybe I can make some money off of social media, or maybe God will lead me to someone on social media who will help me save my house. Guess what? I got another investor. I thought my house was going to be saved in March. It was supposed to go into auction in April. And in March, I had another investor come in. And he's famous, well known, spoke to him on FaceTime. He's a fucking millionaire. And he told me that he invests in people. And so I was under the impression that he was going to help me. And I was so fucking ecstatic. And guess what? I went and I shared that information with people. Very close people to me that I thought would believe in me. And I had this investor. He went to my house. I had everything lined up. I was like, fuck yes, this is it. We're going to do it. And then I had to get another appraisal on the property. But I didn't have any more money. So I pawned my wedding ring. I didn't tell the other investor that because I wanted him to know that I was serious. I'm serious. This is serious for me. And if you're willing to help me, I will pay for another appraisal. And him knowing that I was struggling. So I pawned my wedding ring, trusting God, knowing that God would lead the way, no matter what. And so we got another appraisal on the house. And a week later, he backed out. He backed out. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, I had this in the motherfucking bag. What just happened? I was fucking upset. I was so mad. And things just fell apart for me after that. And so I was a fucking mess. And then I had the opportunity to participate in grandmother ayahuasca, and I'm still doing my meditation, my healing. I'm still trying to, save my business. And I was trying to figure out what the fuck I'm doing. Who am I? And then I did grandmother ayahuasca, and it all changed for me after that. And since doing grandmother ayahuasca, my life is still a river. It's still doing this. Sometimes I go this way, sometimes I go this way, and I'm still trying to figure it out. But the fact of the matter is, had my business not failed, I wouldn't be in the position that I'm in right now. I wouldn't be expressing the things that I experienced, the things that I felt, and I wouldn't have this story to tell. And I think that because of everything I experienced in my life, a lot of people would have already given up. A lot of people would have already thrown in the towel and said, fuck it. But I'm not ready to throw in the towel. And I won't throw in the towel. Because since participating in plant medicine and grandmother ayahuasca and meditation and healing myself and doing the shadow work, I know that I can literally create whatever the fuck I want. It's all a matter of time and expectation of myself and determination and courage and getting rid of those limiting beliefs that no longer suit me. And I am so happy to announce that I am in this moment right now, and the opportunities and the beautiful things that I had once imagined are finally happening for me. And as time passes, I'm gaining more knowledge, I'm gaining more tools, I'm gaining more access to certain practices, beliefs, prayers, trends, whatever the fuck you want to call it. The way social media works, period. The way, it, it's a fucking business. Social media is a business, and I didn't realize how savvy I could be at a fucking business until I gave myself the opportunity to become an entrepreneur. And now I'm an entrepreneur pursuing her life goals of being me. And it's fucking amazing because as I've gone through the spiritual awakening process, God continues to provide in the most beautiful fucking ways. My wedding ring. I used it to get an appraisal on the house, knowing that I was at risk for losing it. On June 6th, I was able to get the money and buy my ring back. God covered me. God took care of me. God fed my children for that month that I quit my job. Because I told my husband that I knew that we would be successful in our Austin home. I knew that the money would come in because this man, we'll call him JT. This man said he was going to help me, and I trusted him. And he, just like the contractor, he took advantage of the situation. Even someone with millions and millions of dollars took advantage of me. And it's not his fault that the deal didn't go through. He just didn't feel comfortable with it, and that's fine. But what I'm trying to say is God protected me. God let that house fall through because I needed to learn to detach myself. I needed to learn that there are certain things in my life that are not meant for me, and I need to not hold on to them. Had I let go of the house earlier, maybe something would have changed. But had I not, I wouldn't have gained the confidence and the grit, the motherfucking grit that I have. I wouldn't have gotten any of that had I not experienced this past year. And I love that about myself because now I know how fucking strong I am and how much grit I have in myself to continue to pursue the things that I want to pursue. And some people in the place where I live may consider that insane, may consider that crazy. Like, what the fuck is she doing? Why is she taking all these risks? Why is she just quitting her job? Why is she, why is she, why am I doing anything that I'm fucking doing? Because I fucking want to. That's why. And your opinion of what I do doesn't fucking matter. It never mattered a year and a half ago, and it didn't matter now. Because the challenges that I came across only made me stronger, smarter, and a better fucking businesswoman. In the business that I'm in right now, there are a lot of things that I am aware of, that I am acknowledging because of what I went through with my previous business. Had I not gone through those things with my previous business, I wouldn't know how to manage the business that I'm in right now. So I am so thankful and grateful that I got to learn all the things with my home improvement business. And now I'm going to learn even more and grow even more because I chose to continue moving forward with my life, with my dreams. And maybe God set it up for me that way because He wanted me to apply to the Forbes contest, and He wanted me to get online, or she, or he, or B, whatever. You guys, the business that I lost was building a foundation for me and for my future and for my legacy. And in that moment where I lost so much, it built something inside of me that I can't explain. But I want people to know that if you break the fucking system, if you stop limiting yourself to what everybody around you tells you, your dreams can come true. And I'm fucking living proof of that. The fact of the matter is I am alive and I am breathing when I could have died and left my kids motherless because of the choices I was making. But I changed my life and I changed my motherfucking mindset. And I make sure that the food I eat is healthy. And I make sure that the music I listen to is good vibrational high frequencies. Frequencies. It's a tongue twister for me. Fucking Texan. Pinche mexicana. No sabe hablar. No puede hablar. I stopped hanging around certain people. I no longer made myself available to low frequency individuals. I cut off contact off of the fucking world and I isolated myself and I took care of me. I finally started just prioritizing me and my mental health. And the moment that I fucking did that, my world unraveled. But slowly, as each day goes and comes, my life is building itself back up like a fucking Lego, like a Lego set. Like my beautiful fucking cherry blossoms I have up there. I don't know if you guys can see them. They're up there. I'm building my life back up with Legos, without Legos, whatever. But I didn't realize that I could do the things that I'm doing now. And the opportunities and the life that I am living is fucking so peaceful. And all I had to do was change my environment, change the existence that I had. And I made a new one. So spiritual awakening process is not for the faint of heart. Maybe it is. Maybe it'll make your heart stronger. Shit, I don't fucking know. A spiritual awakening is for everyone. If you have the drive to really put in the time, and you have to want to change. And not everyone will experience a spiritual awakening in their lifetime. Some people are going to die and never wake up. Some of the people that I know are going to die and never wake up. But I am very hopeful that a handful of my people will wake up, because I'm going to be that proof to them that what I'm doing is real. So, a spiritual awakening is not rainbows and butterflies. And I want to reinforce that because it's a lot of fucking work. I can't tell you guys how many times I felt like things were just never going to fucking work for me. But they did. And they continue to do time and time again. I was just so focused on the shit I wasn't realized on the beauty of it all. I wasn't realizing, I wasn't aware that God was fucking taking away all these unnecessary things in my life to make space for all of the amazing things that are coming to me. Thank you so much. So what I'm trying to say is, if you feel like your world is unraveling and you feel like God is taking people away from you, let it happen. Let it go. Let people be assholes. Let them. Let them do what they need to do. Let them be who they need to be, and just focus on you. Focus on the things that make you happy, and don't feel bad about cutting people out of your life. Because if they're meant to be in your life, they'll come back. Trust me. Trust me. Because the people that truly love me are coming back into my life now that they can understand and see what the fuck is actually happening. It makes sense now. So just know at the beginning, you're going to feel isolated. You're going to feel lonely, but keep pushing through. Don't fucking stop. Quit the drinking, quit the smoking, quit the bad eating habits. Take care of your body. Go to the gym, drink water, drink a fucking smoothie, eat a salad. Take care of yourself, for yourself. Your body is all you got. And ain't nobody gonna take care of it but you. So I empower you and I encourage you to look within and love yourself enough to know that what you're doing to yourself is not the way you would treat a person that you genuinely love. God doesn't want you to live like that. Jesus sure as hell doesn't want you to live like that. So just know that we love you and I love you. I'm praying for you and I'm sending you good vibes. Always. And I'm telling you right now, if I did it, you can too. I promise. All right, guys, thank you so much for tuning into my channel today. I really appreciate it. Again, remember, I am an affiliate now with We Are Gaia. So there is a link down below in the description. Go ahead and click on that link. It'll take you to Gaia. You can get a 7-day free trial. I know that Dr. Joe Dispenza has some really cool stuff coming up. I think he just released like a new series. You can rewire your brain with him. I did it. You can do it. Let's all fucking do it. I constantly rewire my brain up until this day. It's very important for us to consistently change our brain and work it. You got to work out your brain, y'all. It's a thing. You got to do it, okay? Also, you guys can look, there's a lot of cool stuff on wearegaia.com. There's so much information. There's meditations, there's yoga practices, there's information on plant medicine, there's information on ET, there's information on the meanings of dreams and mysticism. It's just a lot of cool shit, okay? And if you're into that, I highly encourage you to click on the link. If you have any questions, concerns, comments, please leave them down below. DM me on my Instagram. Go check me out on the Tick of the Motherfucking Talk. And just stay up to date with my life, or just listen to me if you need some encouraging and empowering words, or you just want to fucking laugh at a crazy bitch, okay? Okay. I love you guys so much, truly. And again, thank you so much to my 757 subscribers. I fucking love you. Truly, I fucking love you so much. And thank you to all of my Instagram followers, all my new TikTok followers. Mwah! I love all of you. Thank you so much. Namaste.